Alrighty then, so now we can just say for each mapping we can say the path is 2 objects. So we can say let start position path dot 0 get deconstruct JSON object JavaScript. Yeah, I thought first is the name. No. Oh. Let's see, we need so we have to do it like this. We have to say start team, start index, and then in team end index, and then we can say this player positions, start team, start index, and we'll say const start position start area end area player positions console log start how do we it doesn't want to give us an object like that. Oh, A and B. So what do we do? Start team, end team. It's not gonna work. How the fuck do we do, I don't want an array. Wait. Do you mean to tell me I can say... I don't want to redefine all of these, but it would be wise to do that. be better off saying it looks like it did it actually. Technically could do this inside the defined path, but start area, end area, and then we need to say start area position, start area position Y, and we can say let start position equals deconstruct the player positions object to get the position and bounds. We'd say start bounds and end bounds. So we go back down here. We'd say start equals start area dot bounds, end area bounds. we need to make sure in our define player bounds player bounds. Say X Cool. Cool, so we iterate over all of the player positions, getting the team and all the positions. For each player in the team, get the bounds and iterate over them. And we populate the entire area minus the corners. This adds the square to our square table. We calculate the slope of the path, determine if we are moving up, right, or up, left. Left limit is not defined. That's fine. So this is this function checks if our path has exceeded the given spawn area. We don't need to check if it's valid. I did all of that and we don't even need those fucking bounds. Because no matter what we do, we're just going to this add square, and the location doesn't matter. We do want to add we don't have a way of adding the map location. But we can say I, J and I We can at least store. That's good. That means, now I don't know why our mapping is black, but it looks like we have a map. um, left start X. So what we're doing is we're iterating over the path, and then as we iterate over the path, um, we also move our bounds. Like we have a left start and a right start. Let's be more concise. These values are offsets of the start position to allow for the path to be drawn from end to end. And I think technically we don't need that, but we do calculate it because see here we do crosswalk. So do we use right start line? Oh yeah. I don't think we need it though. Oh, if it's flipped. I still don't think we need it because... Oh yeah, we do. We do, so we can figure out how far to walk across. But in all reality... Oh yeah, never mind. Because, okay, if it's really steep slope, they're going to be really far apart to make it look thick. Because it's almost sideways. Oops. Well, this is a lot cleaner. I'm not even going to try to pass that into a function. But I do want to know why we don't have anything. So we initialize the empty map. Um, let's see what we got going on here. So we do have something. There's just no textures. I don't understand. Define the pathways. Let's change all of this. Actually, let's leave some of what we had because this Y and X position are actually good. So we only need to look ahead by 1. And we actually want to return this. So we'll say construct map. This actually constructs the map now. Now we can actually construct the map. But what we want to do, this dot world is undefined, toggle hill is undefined, that's fine. If the X position is 0, the hill is true. Half step. Okay. So toggle step. That's what we'll do. If let half step equal look ahead. Fuck, what am I doing? Next square. We need to add some logic here because all this logic sucks. So if the next square is named path, we're just gonna console log path square. Else if next, okay, because we're gonna end up doing this one a lot, we're just gonna, I hate nesting ifs, but if next square equals path, else if next square, are we calling him red? We can't do look ahead. This won't fucking work. Look ahead. Half step. So at the end we say if half step, then hill equals not hill, and then half step equals false. Toggle our peaks and valleys. So then we'll say if not If not hill, then we want to create playable area. And we'll use, oh, that's tricky. Y position and X position. We have to account for... No. We need to use I. And then, actually we'll say... What do we do? Okay. See, the problem is that, we're doing two different things here. So if we create a grid of squares, we have two problems here. So we're creating a grid of squares, first of all. So if we have 0, 1, 2, 3, and these are our number of squares, and we want to put a path here, or maybe our path goes like this. We're iterating over the vertices. So we have to do some tricky logic. So if our 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, now we've got a problem. Because there's no 4 square. 4 square is down here. So our whole map will be off. We don't really have to worry about that though, because if we will let the square equal the Y position. And then we'll say if square we will create the square. Because the square already has. That's what we did right. There's no duplicate items in this list. That's why we did this way. So if we go to access something that already exists, we get these. The square already exists at this location. So we can't add our map paths to existing squares, for example. So we can actually just say create playable area like this. If it's not a hill, we will create a playable area. And then we will continue. If we are in a valley, we need to create a playable area. So then we can, for now we'll just say create playable area square, and then if square is undefined, we just return. And then for now we'll just say creating playable area console log square. I also want to comment this out for now, because that's for debugging purposes. First step is not defined. Define spawn areas. Yes. Line 117. First step is not defined. Right. So if we are in a half step, if we're at the half step, so we won't get here. We won't get to this point if we are on a hill. If we're on a hill and not at a half step. So if we're at a half step, because we're looking ahead a whole extra step. So like when we're at this position, we're looking ahead to this one. So if this one is on, then we say, okay, this is a half step. I need to step down. We're actually doing it like a whole extra step ahead because this is one. So here we would actually step down. And then if we have a half step, then we turn the hill on. And we turn half step off, which would put us here. And then, so we need to say if hill and half step, then hill is not hill. And we can actually just say hill equals hill. Wait, I think we can combine this. We're gonna try it later though. Let's see if we can combine hill and half step assignment. Like, let hill equal hill, not hill and half step. So if it's true, then this would be false. And true, which would equal false. But if this is false, then that would equal true. And if this is false, if we're not in a hill, we have a half step. If it's not in a hill, if it's false and not half step, then it's still not a hill. If not a hill and half step is true, then those would equal true, and then hill would be true and it would turn on. If hill is true, half step is false, hill is true, half step is false, then hill would be false, so that wouldn't work. So this does not work. We have to have a hill and a half step to toggle it. So we would create problems if we did that. If we're in a valley, we need to create a playable area. Oh, wait. If we're on a hill and we have a half step, that means we have to turn the hill off. or we'll never get past this point. Because once hill is false, and half step is false, so if hill is true, then this would be false. But when hill is false, oh, so much logic, man. If hill is false, if we're in a valley, and half step is false, we're gonna create a playable area, and then if the half step is true, then we'll skip it. This will bring us out of the hill if we're in a valley. If we are in a valley, we need to create a playable area. We won't get to this point if we're on a hill, because this would be false. We will only get to this point if we are on a hill or a half step. This will bring us if we're in a valley. Oh, this hurts my head. If we're not in a hill, okay. If we're not in a hill, then we need to say if we are not in a hill. If we're not in a half step, then we create Hey, we got a texture. It's kind of ugly, but we got a texture. That's pretty dope. It doesn't look like we ever get the look ahead though. um, boom, look at that shit. Hell yeah. Bro, that's so dope. That's what I'm talking about. That's so sick. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's sick as fuck. We'll be able to see troops and shit. Now, I don't know if our half steps are working right though. But I mean, they have to be if they're toggling. Um, this is dope. I'm like so stoked. I'm not sure if these like half steps are working right though. I think they are, but like let's let's set this to wireframe equals true. If it's not a hill, if it's a half step. Oh, I see. We need to toggle it here. And then create the playable area here. Wait. It's not a hill. Okay, if it's half step. If it's a hill, we want to do the top height. Else, if it's a half step, we want to do I got these mixed up. Huh? I texted you and said there was pizza rolls. Okay. Thank you. We want less deviation on the top. Else. I feel like we need to say, if there's not a hill, okay, if it's not a hill and not a half step. Oh, wait. If it is a half step, we still want to create that square. Then we say if not a half step, continue. If it's not a hill, and then otherwise if it's not a hill and it's a half step, then hill equals hill and half step equals false. We're on a hill, it's a half step, we're gonna say it's not a hill anymore, so not a hill. It's not a half step, we'll continue. Oh, we got him backwards. So if I have a hill and we're on a half step, if we're on a hill, okay. We are at a half step. This is where this goes. This one stays up here. This one goes How about we do this? If we're not on a hill, then have you heard him? She sounds just like Chester. She what? I don't know who that is. Oh. So 2 days ago, they announced another world tour, and they did a live stream, and they did like 2 whole albums. It's on YouTube for free, and they just dropped a new song and a music video and everything all at the same time, and announced her at the same time. Like, somehow kept it a secret all the way until live performance. They're like, hey, surprise, new vocalist in live concert right now. It had like 2 million views within the first 5 hours. I wonder where it's at now.
You're saying Boost Mobile is now a major network?
Yes, but better, more affordable.
You're telling me the new Boost Mobile's got 5G towers? And we're proud to announce unlimited talk, text, and data starting at just $25 per month.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV.
sharpen with precision, flashing your favorite point of view. I know you're waiting in the distance, just like you always do, just like you always do. Already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you cut me open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.
They're definitely gonna take me down for this. Man, that's crazy. Crazy, crazy. So we're getting something weird here. Are they actually undefined? Do we init an empty map? Yeah, we do set them to undefined, so when we construct the map, We're so close. Can we set the night cycle to 1? Where's our logic for calculating night and day? Where's the sky? Update. So noon, morning is true. I don't know the values, and I'm not gonna try to figure it out. I do want to figure out why console half step. Like, let's just get this. Creating playable area. Creating playable area. Just turn these off for a second. Half step is true 17 times. Oh, because we're not turning it off. Okay. So if we're on a hill and we're on a half step, then we have to say, we're not on a hill. Create a playable area. If we're not on a hill, if it's we're not on a hill, we create a playable area for sure. If it's not half step, we continue. Wait, if we create a playable area, and the next one's a half step, we wouldn't create a playable area. If we're on a hill, it's not a half step. We create a playable area. It is a half step. If this is a half step, fuck, my brain hurts. If we're not on a hill and it's not a half step, we will just create a playable area and continue. And then if we do have a half step, then hill or not hill. Yeah, that's it. We just toggle the hill. Fuck, man. Come on, please work. So we're not at a hill, then we get to a hill. I had a feeling this would happen. I think we have to do this in both places. Damn it, Bobby. You get to the half step. The very first one. Half step's false, and then when it's true, so when half step's true, if not hill, so we are in a hill. And then, actually, let's do it like this. Because then it will concatenate them. So, then when we hit a hill, okay, so hill becomes true, half step becomes true. Half step's false. So that would be true. Hill is true. And then this becomes Hill is true, so this is false, so we skip this. Half step is true. So we calculate the midway. And then we set that vertex. And then because half step is true, if half step and hill, then hill becomes false. I feel like it should toggle hill. I don't know why it would, like, okay, hill is false here. Half step's true again. Oh, target found. Let's do that. I'm gonna just say if target found, then we create a playable area. No, that's not right. Fuck. If a target is found, this is what we want to do. If a target is found, then we want to say half step equals true. And then this create playable area with that position. Nope, that's not right. If look ahead, we need to be specific with these names. Let look ahead. If look ahead is true, then half step is true. If half step is true, then we toggle the hill and we turn half step off no matter what. If we are not in a hill and not in a half step, we want to this create playable area and then continue. I think that's right. Except for the fact that the look ahead, so if we're creating a playable area and we look ahead and there's nothing, we don't want to create the half step yet. Let's try this. I think this is right. It didn't look right. Because these are toggling, I think it's not right. It's way not right. These are like literally jittering. Half step is false. Hill is true. look ahead is false. We can actually just return this player area now and say if not look ahead. No, that's not right. Yeah, we gotta check this because this is different. This is a whole step ahead. Look ahead equals true. Why is look ahead true? I don't understand why look ahead would be true. How about we say this? When we initialize this thing empty, we say false. Then 21 falses. So if we look ahead, I gotta go, y'all. I know what we're doing wrong. We're turning half step on every time, but I gotta go.
Hey, stop! Stop, stop, stop.